Alright, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube is I just got in there and put a couple pieces of wood. I don't know if it'll focus on that, but well, they're brand new. It's already doing what its job is to do, and that's to take the wood and gasify it, to directly change it over with heat to a fuel, to a usable fuel that's a little cleaner than well, without the oxygen. And that was what the idea here is about. One is to use the like biomass, or that kind of fuel, and and uh, and that's just going to get a little louder and louder. So kind of ignore that. But that's the ugly iron man, and y'all now it's kind of like harnessed to capture water and does an excellent job. It has the dragon pipe that goes out and back, y'all. If you can see it right there. And if I have wet wood, I bring it in here. Oopsie, and I dropped my papers. But if I have wet wood, I bring it in there, and that just helps, like a preheater or whatever you want to call it, or pre-dryer. Pre-dryer, that's what I meant to say, y'all. Is yeah, but now she's starting to rip a little bit. It's shredding the wood, is what I'm trying to say. But now you'd have to imagine this closed and then blown. Or turbocharged. That's what I'm proposing here. And I need my most extreme follower, or the person who stumbles across this video. I need that person on this project, because I need a welder, a fairly good one is what I'm trying to say. And I need a manual plasma, freehand plasma, and I need a slip roller, and that'd probably be it for this one here. I got the rest of the tools, but I want to make a wood-fired, turbocharged jet engine. That's what we're making, and this is an extreme project, and it's just for somebody that wants or needs something fairly extreme, like this, is what I'm trying to say. And the reason I want it is to feed any kind of feedstock through the top, fine feedstock, and ground is what I'm trying to say, like sawdust, the shiv from the plant, the hemp plant, crushed and ground, and this machine would do the rest to change that into a gas, is what I'm trying to say. Uh-oh, I got a spark on my chair over here, y'all. I don't want to burn the seat. Must have popped when I had the door open. Oh, there it went again. So, but that's why we have the cowl there. But back to this, and but now that would be, like I said, it would be shut up, and actually it would be forced air and blown. But to make that work, it would be a true gasifier design, where this would be the fuel hopper. This is all refractory cement on the intersection, and I didn't show it all. If anybody wants to donate like an i5 computer, like a little laptop with Corel Draw, like Corel 14 or something like that, I would take that. I'll give you my address. I'll send you my P.O. box. You can just send it to me. But then I could make pretty pictures for y'all that would really explain some stuff. I can't do it freehand. I'm sorry. After the truck wreck, the second one, I just can't. I used to be able to draw like that. I can't anymore. The computer helps, but I can't do it by my hands. But it would be preheated air. It basically as hot as a blast furnace. That's basically what we're doing. It is a stationary jet engine blast furnace kind of thing. The manifold in the nozzles would be coming in. There would be a dry steam source being brought into the all stainless steel. It would be one turbo spooled into another turbo to offset for the pressure of the long intake manifold being heated up, is what I'm trying to say. And right here is what I don't show is this is the ugly Iron Man, the thermal loop that's like here up, and it's a ceramic thimble in ceramic walls that double back on themselves, and that's built right in here, and then on the return it feeds into a cyclone, and then from the cyclone it would spool the turbo, and that way it would be no more dirty than like diesel fuel at that point. And everywhere here, it would either be like all these components would be away to where we'd be robbing it of its heat. Like the Cyclone would be water cooled. The section of the exhaust would still be in refractory. On the refractory, it would be like calcium, like a calcium, some form of calcium, in sand. And then for the refractory cement would be like an aluminum silicate or something to that effect. For the extremity is what I'm trying to say. The project, yeah, because the extreme things, they have extreme prices. I need a welder. I need a plasma cutter. If you got a machine shop, we could knock about 15 grand off of this, because those are the tools that I'm going to need, is what I'm trying to say. But if you don't, about 50 grand. That's what it comes down to. And if you wanted to get into some kind of ugly Iron Man kind of heat exchange system, more on this line here for harnessing water, I would like to make it out here in Colorado because of the sun potential. I'd like it to be off-grid, just off-grid 3-phase. But it would be about 120 in tooling for like the bed, 5x12 bed with the CNC, in the plasma cutter is what I'm trying to say. And bigger tools is what I'm trying to say, nicer stuff. And the balance of that 500,000 would be to go into the solar, into the powering of it. And the concept there is I would just like to make a rack setup of car batteries, whatever was ever decided on, whether they be Tesla or BMW or VW or whatever the battery would work the best. It would just have to be studied out. But make them like in a shed and in a couple racks where you have maybe 10 on each side, 5 on each side, but all pre-wired, and then just running them in like phases is what I'm trying to say, and charge not just one car battery but a whole stack of them. But to power a machine shop to generate something like this. This is just more for fun, and what I would do it for is like to take it to county fairs, state fairs, that kind of thing, and just wood-fired jet engine, just not for anything practical, y'all. But there would be a lot of heat that this could be, or steam or whatever. You could easily power like a Tesla steam turbine and make power off of this or something like that. But it is what it is. If anybody wants to nibble on this, give me a shot on the Gmail, and that's at mrglasecki@gmail.com. Just like my channel name is what I'm saying. But it is what it is, and like I said, it would be about 50 grand to make 2 of these, and you can have one. I want one. I just want one just to say I made one, for more than anything. And but I want to make a wood-fired, wood-fueled, turbo-powered turbine kind of apparatus. That's what I want to do. And gasifier, turbocharged gasifier. So, all right, y'all. That's the plan. This is what I'd like to play with. And like I said, if anybody wants to really do the boiler setup of this thing, and it does a tremendous job heating this floor, y'all. I mean, I can't say that enough. And it takes the hot water from the coil, it pushes it straight through. There's more pressure on that 3/4 inch that's going this way splits. It goes 3/4 inch up this way into the tank, which there's a little check valve there that's turned a little bit to give the coil a little bit more pressure, so it doesn't knock on the high fires when it starts going. But that's that, and then it takes the hot water, puts it directly into the slab, and I'm about to sweat, so I need to stop the fire thing and let it just die off for the day. And the reason I do this is because the hot water actually takes more voltage than cold water. I didn't think that, and I didn't even think that was rational until I watched my kilowatt over there on the inverter, and it can pump the same amount of cold water, because I let it run all the time, is it'll pump it for 10 to 20 watts. When it's hot like this, it goes up to maybe 40 watts. Let's see if I can't show you the kilowatt meter in the corner. Yeah, let's see if it'll focus on that. No. Oh, the light is messing it up, y'all. Hang on. Shut that light off. No. Okay, yeah, you can see it there. It goes from like 10, 20 to 30. Okay, that was a bad example, y'all. Okay, never mind. But normally that goes all the way up to 50. That's what I'm trying to say. It takes more power to push the hot water than it does the cold, but obviously not today. And what I wanted to say is redoing all the restrictions or whatever. It doesn't require. I should have said it used to take more when it was smaller. Now it probably doesn't because all the restrictions are removed. But that's how I was trying to word it. Okay, we're gonna leave it here with that, and I'm gonna look foolish with cake on my face and all that. But let me see if I can't. No, that's what it is. It's going from 10, 20, 30, and which is nice. Don't get me wrong. I don't need the extra wattage. So, okay, we'll talk to you later, y'all, and I hope you enjoy your time and all this, the brand new year and all that. And surely, unless Putin screws the pooch, we're gonna have a better year than we've had. It has got to get better someday, or not. I guess or not. But it is what it is, and all that to y'all, hug squeezes and all that kind of stuff. And I appreciate the comments and the channel watches and definitely the shares. The shares are exceptional, y'all. I don't care if you like them or if you don't, or if you whatever. I'm not into all that, but the sharing, at least getting it out there, is what I do appreciate. All right, talk to you then.